matchup in store here between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. First play from scrimmage. Newton going to throw it. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. The Vikings had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were losers their last time out, trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Flushed out right. They're firing a deep ball for Komet. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Murray now on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shoves him aside. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. The 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amadio Uwariye. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, you throw the pick, not good at all.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. They'll roll him out right. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
First down, Murray being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray going to hold on to it once more. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Murray now to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Throwing on first down is Murray. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling their gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
To throw is Murray. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And when the time has expired on the first. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First down, here's White. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1 yard gain. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. Touchdown, Bears! Jonathan Taylor, 29 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. So their second touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side can ultimately beat you if they score twice.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling?
And he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They have to give them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Newton. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T. Higgins, 27 yards. And the Vikings are back within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
To
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Jones on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 40.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And his throw here's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. He's got his man. It's taken off for a Viking touchdown. 29 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing water. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, here's Murray. His throw is going to be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Here's Murray. Well, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
What we call ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they do.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Bears
Bears are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From just shy of midfield, Murray. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
On play action, it's Murray. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and ripped off a pretty big play. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Murray now on first down. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. That false start costly. Moves him back to the 9 now, 1st and goal. Now the pitch goes to Taylor. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jonathan Taylor in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
Vikings 14. Matt Prater snaps your kickoff.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He stiff arms him. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 60 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Murray going to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Murray now. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Murray sets to throw on 4th. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And a tackle going to be made at the 38.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. A beautiful fake. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Chicago.
They run once more with Taylor. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Murray. A quick Throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jonathan Taylor, his third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
But let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Here we go. 20.
Here's Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Play fake. Murray. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Murray steps away to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Murray. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights And that will extend their lead even further.
14. Matt Prater set to kickoff.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This one taken just inside the 10.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room. And
he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Justin Matabike working his way to the quarterback that time.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And this one is incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. On first down, it's Newton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
It's going to be a jet sweep. Newton bats it forward. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Brandon Ayuk with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. The Vikings lead the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. Cam looking to throw. It's complete. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. By the fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Samson Aburka able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. On the move past the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. Down inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
On 2nd and goal, Murray. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
38, Vikings 20. Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually they were just out personnel. They're going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Play action. It's Newton.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
It got his man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. And Yarrow now to have the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught. He got it in the end zone. So instead of trying to get 1 point closer, they roll the dice on the fake and come up with 2. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Back to throw it. Murray. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First down there.
To throw is Murray. On the slant, he's got Davis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Back to throw. Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. T.J. Hockenson. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Bears are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
The kick is good.
Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Matt Prater is set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles's defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Bears, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.